Make sizameni ukwenza ngokuhle sisaziphilela nomhlaba.
I start the sheikh.
I'm
happy to be here in Hong Kong, and I'm sharing my story with Serving Islam team. And where's this Omar Regan from the beginning? The beginning, alhamdulillah, my mother, I was born 1975. No. My mother, she took Shahada, I was 5 years old. And she was going from church to church, asking, looking for guidance. She couldn't feel it when she go to one church and then she go to another church. And so one of the pastors, she tells us the story, that one of the pastors or preachers told her to pray for guidance. And she started praying to God for guidance. And it just so happened that we live maybe 2-3 blocks from Muslim community in Detroit, which is actually Highland Park, Michigan. And she stopped at one time and she asked some Muslims, and then she got interested, and then she started studying, and then she took Shahada. Then she took Shahada, alhamdulillah, and she got married after she took Shahada, shortly after. And then alhamdulillah, this man raised me as his own son, alhamdulillah, along with his other children. So I was very grateful and very happy that now I have a father, because we don't know whatever happened. The other guy, he disappeared. So alhamdulillah, we're being raised now, all of us. He was a revert, my mother was a revert. He was new to Islam, she was new to Islam, and now they all was studying, and we all was there together. Finding my talent, alhamdulillah, I'm grateful. I guess it was always there, so I had to discover it because I didn't know. But what we did was we entertained ourselves by, because we was learning Islam, so this argument that people have about music and entertainment was a long time ago. And I see that people are doing it all over again, but I was little. They just, I don't know, reinvent the wheel. Like, it's time for that to come around again. So this argument, long time ago, man. And so back then it was haram, right? Everything was haram. So we entertained ourselves in the house by beating on pots and pans and writing. I started writing nasheeds, but I learned it from my father because he was trying to help us with an alternative of everything else that was going on. And so he would play with us. We would run through the house. We would watch a lot of kung fu movies, and then we were, subhanallah, like, we would actually act out kung fu movies ourselves in the house, in the living room, even with the music of the kung fu movies. Dun, 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 ho, ho. We would do everything. Hi! We would do all of that when we were little. We would run through the house. And we'd act like we were fighting. And then occasionally we would sit down and my dad would beat on pots and pans, and because he used to play the congas, the drums. And so we would beat on these, and we would do some, what we know now, they call it nasheeds, but we used to call it dhikrs back then, dhikr. Because it would be like, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah. And we would just be jamming in the living room all by ourselves. So then now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, oh, I want to do something else. I didn't just want to do that. I wanted to do more. So I started writing lyrics, like rapping, because I knew rapping was really big. And I used to sneak and listen to rap because I knew it was haram, but I would sneak and listen to it. And I didn't want to listen to the bad rap. I used to listen to Will Smith, Parents Just Don't Understand, the album. And that's funny. I got tested. Like, we were doing pretty good. We were doing the community, me and my brother now, and we were doing like a lot of seminars and little community fundraisers, and we would be the entertainment. And then It's jumped onto the scene with more of the hip-hop guys in Detroit. We started doing talent shows, which is what got us noticed. And people would invite us like, hey man, we doing another show, because alhamdulillah, we would come with some serious energy. And we was known as the Conscious Brothers. So we were a rap group by the name of SOA, Slaves of Allah. Way back, man, 1996, 7. Way back then. And alhamdulillah, we started doing shows with people like, this was before Eminem was known by the world as Eminem. And people like Royce da 5'9". We were doing shows. We were happy to get to be opening act for Wu-Tang Clan and Redman and Method Man, and we were happy, man. So this was like, man, they would call us because we had the energy. And we would team up with people like the Mountain Climbers, and it was nice, man. It was a nice group of people, and we were the Conscious Brothers, so people would be, you know, they all respected us, and it was nice. And this is how we started jumping into the professional scene of things. Since this is how the movie stuff started, right? Then I had a lot of bumps on the roads, right, in 1999. By 2002, I'm on set of Rush Hour 2. And I was like amazed, like, oh my goodness. But because I was trying to learn the business and I was walking in the background of different shows, I had met this guy. Like, I was always doing the Chris Tucker, right? I always was impersonating Chris Tucker because I felt fond of him from his movies, right? And I was like, I like this guy. And usually one of the talents or the gifts that Allah gave me, if I like something, or even sometimes if I don't like it, but it annoys me, but I think it's unique and it's different, and then I would look at it, and I would record in my own brain, I would download, and then I would do it. So I was doing that with the Chris Tucker, and I would impersonate, like, hey, Assalamu alaikum, what we doing? Come on, man, you need to hear it, man, it's crazy, man. All right, this is what we do. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam, chamo. Right? And I was like, oh man. And so I was doing that, and then one of the guys said, you like Chris Tucker? I'm his makeup artist. And I was like, really? I met him, and he was like, give me your number. And I was like, okay. And it's Hollywood, so I gave him the number, but nobody never called. And I was like, I didn't know that, because from Detroit, if you say you're gonna do something, then you do it. But I was learning it's different in Hollywood. Oh, long story short, this guy, same guy, 3 years later, he saw me, and he said, hey, it was little over 2 years later, saw me on the set of Rush Hour, same dude, it was like 300 people, and he said, hey man, how you doing? I was like, hey man, he said, did you meet Chris yet? I was like, no, and he was like, come on. And I was VIP from then. I met Chris, as soon as the first day I was on the set, I met Jackie Chan. I was so happy and excited, like, I can't believe this is happening. And as soon as I met Chris Tucker, I was like, what's that? He was like, what's happening, man? I was like, what's happening, man? And everybody was like, he sounds just like you. Chris Tucker said, he don't sound like me. And we actually had fun. 2 weeks after that, it didn't just happen like boom, boom. I was still on set. We was filming they was filming in Las Vegas for like 2 to 3 weeks. And maybe about a week and a half, they called me and said that they needed a photo double for Chris Tucker. And I thought I made it. I was like, wow, I made it. And they was like, would you do it? I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And I didn't know how I got the job. It was truly from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because he was taller than me and I was shorter than him. But that guy, he cut my hair, they did all of my makeup, and you'll see the pictures. We'll show you a picture now. You see? And then this is me and Jackie Chan. See? And so we were there, and I had to act like I kicked the guy out of the window, and I had to run, and me and Chris Tucker, we had the same thing on. And it was interesting, man, alhamdulillah. And I was talking to Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan, and I was VIP, and they were all talking about going to Hong Kong because they had to film, and I was excited, like, yeah. I thought that I was coming too. No, I wasn't coming. When it was the last day, so I said, so what do I do now? What do I do? You know, going to Hong Kong. They was like, oh, no, we don't need you in Hong Kong. I was like, huh? It was like I had a face and you could see tears coming down my eyes. Like, really? What y'all gonna do? We'll get somebody else. Oh, I'm not going to Hong Kong? I'm not going to Hong Kong? I was very sad, man. Like, I realized that I didn't make it yet. I was like, oh, subhanAllah. And now, I mean, fast forwarding, I am in Hong Kong. But I'm in Hong Kong serving Islam. It's amazing with the Serving Islam team. So Allah is still kind to me, though Allah still blessed me to be able to come to Hong Kong. And I was able to do it on my own as Omar Regan and not behind Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan. So I'm grateful. Alhamdulillah. 2007 is when this, mashallah, CDA, or this organization named Canadian Dawah Association, they contacted me because they heard how in the world Allah works. Look how Allah works. They heard that I did the double for Chris Tucker in Rush Hour 2. I was like, really? So they invited me for Hajj. And they wanted to meet me and talk to me. And I was like, yay. And I went for Hajj 2007. And then this started really shaping my brain a little bit. I come back from Hajj and it was on me, but I didn't be like, no more. I was, it was on me and I had it in my mind. I did this movie with Cat Williams, and then I did another movie, and it wasn't with that agency. Just Allah gave me other movies, alhamdulillah. And I did those movies, but they didn't make it really big. And in 2008, I went for Hajj again, alhamdulillah. And this time, I caught the bug real strong. Allah used me, man, and I'm so grateful. And I was like, this is all I want to do, is halal. Like, I just got inspired. So they interviewed me on Al Jazeera, and this is all a part of Allah's plan. They interviewed me and they asked me, what would Chris Tucker say? And this is the video clip.
Hey man, it's a lot of people and they pushing me.
No, they can't say.
It's all for Allah, man. All for Allah. It's only one God. Numerous of things. And you know this, man. When I do this, I got new life.
You see? I was like, I did the Chris Tucker, and alhamdulillah. From then, I came home. It was a rumor that Chris Tucker became Muslim and changed his name to Omar Regan. And people started looking for Omar Regan, alhamdulillah. And my fan base started growing among the Arabs. And I started doing shows. Like, they started inviting me, and I was like, wow. But I had been doing comedy. Like, the first time I did comedy was 1999. I jumped on stage in 1999, but I wasn't good at it. Like, I was like, I didn't know what to say or what to talk about. I was really just trying to talk about things that people would laugh at, as opposed to speaking within myself. I didn't understand the art. So I had a good friend named Joe Coy, and Joe Coy is from the Philippines. He's American Philippines, alhamdulillah. He was a comedian. Back then, we were like, he would do shows and he would try to pull me in, and I would always let him down. Like, I would just bomb on stage and he'd be like, Omar. Now Joe Coy is big. He's big now, alhamdulillah. He's really big. And I'm big with Muslims. He's big with everybody else, alhamdulillah, predominantly the Filipino community. Alhamdulillah, man, I'm really grateful. So from that, I just was like, I only want to do halal. I only want to do halal. But now Allah has blessed me to travel and perform in places like Scotland and London, UK, Australia. Like, subhanAllah, I've been to Turkey, and I've been Abu Dhabi and Dubai, and Allah blessed me to travel to Africa. And I'm grateful, and I'm here in the Hong Kong, Hawaii, of Hong Kong, man. My father, man, Allah, is this guy. He influenced me so much. Like, honestly, I believe that Allah will give him reward for any and everything that I'm doing, because, like, I remember I was like a shell, you know. As a young boy, I was what they call a mama's boy, and I was inside of a shell. And he brought that out of me, how to have some confidence in myself and, you know, speak up, talk, and he brought it out of me, and alhamdulillah, I'm really grateful for him. And he scared, listen to me, he scared Salat into me. This man, may Allah have mercy on him, he scared it into us. Like, we were scared of our father. We were scared, like, because he was so serious all the time, right? But he was serious because, subhanAllah, he has a very interesting story of his life and how Islam really saved him. And Islam gave him like a big hug from all of the trials that he was going through. So we was like, man, if Abu, we call him Abu, if Abu is scared of Allah, Allah has to be something real deep. That's how we was as kids. Because we was like, because we scared of him. He ain't scared of nothing except for Allah. So Allah got to be something amazing. We better be scared of Allah too. So that's what he would be telling us. You better make salat, man, otherwise Allah is going to jam you up. And so I held on to this. Alhamdulillah. Even in Hollywood, I wouldn't pray in front of people, but I would be sneaky to pray salat. You know, I didn't have that strength like my father. My father didn't care. He would make salat anywhere. He just, time for salat, Allahu Akbar. He would just pray anywhere. And I would be like, man, this guy, he loved the Prophet ﷺ so much that he wore the turban and he wore the thobe. And he said, you don't have to wear this to be Muslim, but I wear it because I love the Prophet ﷺ. And I like to tell these people know I'm different. I'm not on the same thing y'all on. I don't care about being accepted by y'all. I care about being accepted by Allah. And that's what he was saying. We'd be like, man, take it easy. So this was his attitude, alhamdulillah. And he was back in the, we called him like 60s baby, because he was you know, he come from that real serious side like Malcolm X, alhamdulillah. He was our Malcolm X. So but he was very strong, and everything was about Allah, subhanAllah. Everything, all the time. My experience with the Serving Islam team and Hong Kong, I couldn't really pay attention to any. I've been on a cloud 9 since I've been here. So I know the brother Wyatt is always asking me, what can we do different like that? I was like, hey man, I couldn't see no mistakes. I couldn't see anything. I had just, subhanAllah, the best experience ever, man. I'm really, truly grateful. I even overextended my stay, and alhamdulillah, they still didn't just kick me to the curb. So, I'm happy, man. What I seen too when I went to the place, to the venue and everything, one of the things, I like to pay attention to details. I really like that you guys had different colored tablecloths on all of the chairs and all of the tables. It added like a nice, vibrant feel to the venue. I was like, damn, that's crazy. What I didn't know is that they put thumbtacks in there, and I was trying to take them off, and subhanAllah, I'm throwing thumbtacks all around. I stepped on one and stuck in there. My shoe, haram. So, but it was beautiful. I found that the people was beautiful. I was concerned at first because I was like, oh man, are they gonna get my jokes? Like, are they gonna laugh? And alhamdulillah, I'm grateful, man. I could tell that they were paying attention at first. Like, let's see, what is this Omar Regan? So I felt like Hong Kong was like this at first. And then they say, he's crazy. Crazy halal. It's good. And alhamdulillah. So I went back up on stage the second time. That's first my introduction. And then, subhanAllah, we had a blast. All of us together, and it felt like I've known a lot of the people for longer than the length of time that I've known them. And alhamdulillah, the people was very beautiful. I'm really grateful. So thank everybody, alhamdulillah, for all of the love that you guys have been giving me here in Hong Kong and the Serving Islam team. Inshallah, I look forward to coming back and doing more programs, doing some workshops, and maybe we can make a halal kung fu movie. Huh! You know, one of the most outstanding individuals that I've met here, that I subhanAllah, he is a beautiful brother. Like, his name is Brother Mushtaq. And Brother Mushtaq, he's amazing. He's up at the peak. But this guy's passion, his heart, like, I pay attention to him because he was talking a lot. And when he's talking a lot, it made me like, okay, and I'm drawn into what he's saying. And man, this Brother Mushtaq, he always has the stories. And so now I was just able to pay attention to him and not impersonate him too. Like, Brother Mushtaq, you're going to be famous, man, alhamdulillah. Everybody's going to want to hear you. And it's going to be good because they're going to want to hear you tell stories about the Prophet. And he does to you like this. He might not know, he don't know your name or anything, but he'll see that you're Muslim, and that ignites him when he see Muslim. Do you know? Can I tell you a story? The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he talks very fast. So this, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I was like, what is he saying? And then he'd be like, the principles, the rules. Allah is great. Man, Allah is merciful. And the way he says the hadith, oh, I love it. Like, I want to give him hadith and be like, Brother Mushtaq, tell me this story. The story comes from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Can I tell you? Can I tell you the story? And you'd be like, tell me more, Brother Mushtaq, tell me more. Oh man, I have some beautiful ideas. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala if Allah will bless it. That I want to take Brother Mushtaq from the peak. I want him to deliver some beautiful stories. He would be like the first halal radio announcer. Like, man, yes, this is Brother Mushtaq again, Serving Islam team. And I'm here to tell you a story about Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. This man, beautiful Sahaba. Oh man, I can't wait, man, inshallah. Brother Mushtaq, I have plans for you, inshallah. Another individual was this guy, man, subhanAllah. He's so serious, Brother Adil. He was MC, right? And when everybody else is speaking, if you pay attention, I wish that somebody had got this shot. Brother Adil's face is like, and then after, he walks just really, that was a beautiful speech. And he'd say something about the speech. And his head is just, He likes it. You have to see all of him. Because he rolls his pants up, alhamdulillah, and he has his suit on, and he has rolled his pants up. And he's like, you gotta see, he's like, please see. That was a beautiful speech. And he has this smile on his face. Oh man, Brother Adil. Adil! Alhamdulillah, man, some beautiful people, man, alhamdulillah. And Brother Wa'il, beautiful, man, alhamdulillah. And his family, man, alhamdulillah. Sister Ibrahim, which I know now, and Sister Fatima. But, and the two little Ibrahims, man, alhamdulillah. Little Ibrahim and then Habiba. I've been really enjoying them. They make me feel good because I miss my babies. and I was able to hang and play with them, and alhamdulillah, it was beautiful. So I thank everybody. I thank you all. Alhamdulillah, here in Hong Kong, I thank Serving Islam team. I pray that even all of you Muslims out here that's in Hong Kong, let's just come together, man. We was talking about that. Let's just come together and make a big event. Big, big. And we're all in this thing together. It's so easy for everybody to do their own thing. And it's harder for everybody to let go of the differences. But you, listen, this is like a marriage. That's what it's like. You're not going to get along all the time. But you don't mean you just go and get a divorce. Okay? You make it work. You know, agree to disagree and make it work. Habibi. So let's come together, inshallah, all of the Muslims here in Hong Kong, and I'm looking forward to doing another program and seeing you all again. So many more Muslims. It's 250,000. Imagine if we can have 100,000 in one place all at the same time. So let's do it. We can even start with 20,000, inshallah. I have a lot of friends that I would love to bring them. Pretty good friend, Omar Regan, he's a good friend. Yassine Bey, better known as Mos Def, he's a good friend, alhamdulillah. And several good friends, man. Zayn Bika, several good friends, man, alhamdulillah. And we would all like to come and hang out in Hong Kong, inshallah. So, hopefully we'll see you all soon. Serving Islam team, this is Omar Regan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Make sizameni ukwenza ngokuhle sisaziphilela lo mhlaba. Make sizameni ukwenza ngokuhle